What the hell is happening with the American elections? It's like a complete farce. It is like a reality TV show. Morning guys. It's the 1st of November and taking a lovely walk through Bishop Woods. I'm also testing out the manual focus on this thing because I'm sick of the noise you get in the background where it's like making that weird ticky noise. So I've set it to this, and no doubt I'll be very disappointed when I get home and my face is completely blurry. But we'll try. I need to walk carefully here because I've forgotten my welly boots, and I'm walking with normal trainers in the woods, and it's a bit damp underfoot, and there's like lakes of mud. You know, horror story stuff on my own. 2 dogs sinking in like quicksand. So after a series of 2 AM working, I've managed to catch up with myself on the old vlogs. The last video was a bit of a hatch. I had to do a bunch of 3 second pieces to make it all work, to get the whole holiday into one kind of piece under like 2.5 minutes, because after that it starts to get like very bloody boring. But nonetheless, the holiday has been documented. I still have all the raw footage, and I might actually set up another YouTube account to just upload all the raw data so that I can just upload all the raw data so that it's all up there. I'm not particularly bothered about if anyone watches it or anything, just so that it's recorded and out there. So I have to see, but like, you know, I don't know what limits you have on YouTube. 150 gig. There's about 400 gigs worth of video footage at the moment. Right, well, back to the topic of today. What the hell is happening with the American elections? It's like a complete farce. It is like a reality TV show. And you know, as an outsider from England and looking inwards, you know, we've had our own sort of ups and downs. We've had our champion, like, you know, we know that Jeremy Corbyn should be Prime Minister, and he's got the right agenda towards sort of social equality and distribution of wealth and all the rest of it, and just trying to like not break up the current capitalist system, but like just strip away some of the layers so that the mass majority of the people can see the corruption, or see the, I'm not saying it's all corrupt, there is corruption, but just to see the different layers in which, you know, politics and politicians are intrinsically tied to big business, because MPs and Parliament are more worried about keeping people in jobs rather than the people themselves. You know, it's not the jobs that makes the people unhappy. It makes the fact that they're unrepresented makes them unhappy. Sorry, I'm a bit freaked out of these woods, it's scary. So in America, you've got 17 to 20 million people that are supporting Donald Trump, who is a caricature, Frankenstein character made up by the psyche of all these people. If you believe in the universal consciousness, whatever people want and whatever people desire for a nation manifests itself, and in America's case, Donald Trump is that manifestation of the will of the people, well, of the will of some of the people, yeah. Whereas Hillary Clinton is the same old establishment politics that we're all used to. Much like Theresa May in the UK, she's very much run-of-the-mill, straight down the line. You know, doesn't matter who's in power, the same shit's going to happen. The same people are going to be, you know, the same things are going to happen. There's no boat rocking or boat sinking in some cases. And at first I was like, you know, I was full on. I mean, I follow the American politics because I find it funny, much like the South African politics. And watching videos on the South African Parliament and their sessions is just absolute bloody comedy. I'm surprised they get anything done, but I find the American politics very interesting because of the different levels of government, and it's a bit different to ours. Ours is fairly straightforward. Well, from our standpoint, you know, we elect a representative for our district, our region. We elect them. We know very little about them, and we just elect because we're told to, or we're asked to, and they go and represent us, and then they have their own agenda. They have their own favourites, and you know, some of these MPs have secondary jobs like education minister or whatever, but they forget about their constituency. So, you know, they're moonlighting with him being an MP. Anyway, but in America it's different because there's so much money getting banded around, and so many back doors to funding campaigns and funding Senate delegates and all the rest of it, and it's crazy. I think it's absolutely mental that there's so much money in it, and the way that our system is set up is that more money you have, the more power you have. Well, it should be, you know, the happier you are, the more powerful you are. But you know, there's the whole other thing about ego there. But whereas Trump, you know, he funded his own Republican candidacy, and then when he was taken over by, you know, he became the Republican leader for the race, the GOP, you know, took over the campaign finance for him. But obviously Trump's not stupid, he'll get his money back out of there, but he's a scary character. But what intrigues me is about that he's dropped the PC rubbish, and he's just straight talking. Yeah, he is straight talking, whereas Hillary, you know, Hillary is a good buzzword bingo player, and it's funny how the closer we get to the election now, I mean it's in 8 days time or 7 days time or something, the more scary revelations are coming out. And the whole deal with, I mean, the best they could do with Trump is that he once said that, you know, because of his fame he can grope women. Gosh, I'm sure there's some famous women that know that they can just grope men because they're famous. Or, you know, he's a male chauvinist. We all know this. However, he is the manifestation of the people, or some of the populace. Whereas Hillary is just like, you know, run-of-the-mill, safe as houses, representing corporate big business, and just trying to be another Obama. Who, yeah, Obama's like a super clever chap, and you know, I was rooting for him all the way through, but in the end he became just like everybody else. He got Obamacare through, but I don't even know if that was a good idea. For me, it should have been Bernie Sanders, and the revelations with the emails and all the rest of it, where the RNC, not the RNC, the DNC, were actively backing Hillary to discredit Bernie Sanders is you know, abhorrent. It's corrupt, because Bernie could have slammed it. he could have converted even Trump supporters to his side. You know, yeah. I do hope that he sticks to it and he has another go in 4 years' time, because nothing will happen with Hillary. Nothing will happen. In fact, more revelations will come out, more corruption scandals. WikiLeaks have got, you know, they're sat on a pile of shit that they can just keep drip feeding out, discredit her, and it's going to ruin the country. Whereas, you know, what can they dig up on Trump? He's completely open and honest, and yeah, he's a buffoon, he's an idiot, but you know, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. For God's sakes, don't Trump. For God's sakes, don't vote for Hillary, and for God's sakes, don't vote for Trump. We need a redo. We need a do-over. Is that what they call it? We need a do-over. What we need to do is we need to have Bernie come in from left field and completely steal it. I mean, I know he's on the write-in. They've got him in on the write-in ballot votes. But we'll see what happens with these electoral colleges. I still have to figure out what that means. But apparently it's significant. So Russell Brand once said, only vote for the candidate, or only vote if any of the candidates really resonates with your core values. Don't do it as a compromise, don't do it as a dirty protest. If none of the candidates up there resonate with your core values, don't vote. You need to send a message. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully I can get this up, and hopefully I can figure out a way of dumping all that other video footage, the raw stuff, up. Anyway, stay safe, don't forget to love each other. I'm going to try and not get lost in these woods.